Now, I want to thank these wonderful dignitaries and everyone for being here. Margaret called me and she said, Dr. Mack, we need somebody to speak at Gene's gathering 2 nights from now. And I said, give me his name and I'll go to his house and work on him till you get him. She said, it's you. And Rosemary, my daughter, a lot of people think she's my girlfriend. She comes along to sort of pinch me and pull on my shirts and all when I say things that I shouldn't say very often. And I'm here to tell you, and I said to Margaret, what in the world can I talk about, Margaret? She said, you talk about insurance companies. I said, oh no, you don't want to get me started. I said, how long am I supposed to speak? She said, 5 to 10 minutes. I said, no, sir, I cannot get into that. But I'll try a little bit because the insurance companies have raped the people in this community. One way to deal with the insurance companies, deal on their grounds. Now, in Saturday's paper, lawyer Geis over in the Sun Herald wrote this sentence down, and I thought how true that is. And she wrote, and she just got her settlement, and she couldn't tell how much because it's against the rules. She said, 50%, according to State Farm, isn't really 50% at all. 50% in State Farm's dollars is 10% in real people's dollars. So if you are offered a 50% settlement, you just divide it by 5 and then you come out with nothing. So you have to play their game, and when I sued State Farm, well, I had been to the mediation up in Jackson, and there was an old lawyer sitting in the corner. He didn't say nothing, so I knew he was in charge. The lawyer in the middle had called me at midnight 3 days prior to our mediation meeting. And I'm not knocking lawyers, but I found out in medical liability cases that many times they will phone you 3 or 4 nights before the trial to pick your brain. And so he was there, and then one of the Riggs daughters, Carrie Riggs, bless her heart, she and her sister, they both abandoned ship after they put me over the jump in the mediation. And they're smart about it. They downloaded State Farm's computers. And they gave the information, see Rosie punching me? They gave the information to the Attorney General, to my lawyer, and to the FBI. I thought that was really nice of them. And let's get these boogers, because State Farm, they cheated, they stole, they were crooks. And when I filed my suit, 600 and some odd of you citizens signed on to my suit. They wouldn't let us have a class action suit, but they just signed on to be covered. And I thought that was nice. And with these people, the lawyers started investigating the information that the Riggs sisters had given them and other insurances that problems that came up in testimony of individuals. And, well, what do you know? These people at State Farm actually qualified to go up to Parchman. Now, if you want to get the attention of some executives, you mention Parchman. And they will respond almost immediately. It took them 2 days. And they didn't come to me and say, Dr. McFarland, we'll settle with you for 80% of your insurance. I would have given up in a minute. And they didn't ask me. They just announced they were going to give me 100%. And so 600 people and we got our 100% settlement of all the insurance that we carry. But since then, they're changing back like they were. They're getting mean, and now they're going to sue the Attorney General. And I suggest they leave the Attorney General alone because he's head of the law department in the state of Mississippi. And he'll send their asses up. I advise people all the time, please don't give in to the insurance companies. Resist the temptation, well, I haven't built my house back and I need some money. And that's one of the big problems in this state, is they don't have the money to do these things. There are a lot of slabs. They told me at the mediation that, Dr. McFarland, we have investigated your slab 3 times. And we took pictures of it from an airplane. I said, well, gee whiz, that's awful interesting. I didn't have a slab. That was our home, and that was a home. We raised all our children there, and we had deaths, and we had weddings, and we had fights and fussing. It was really a wonderful, wonderful place. And I love it. I love it, and every time I look at it, I almost cry. And we had about 15 feet elevation at the land, about another 2 or 3 to the floor, and this is the house afterwards. We steps. I had a grandson to get married here a few months ago, and we decorated those steps up as an altar. And it was pretty good. We called it the McFarland altar. My advice is to watch the insurance companies. I mean, really be suspicious. They're there to take your money. And they will take it, and they do take it, and they give so little back. But you resist them, and you find out something that they've done crooked, and you get a little picture of Parchman and send it to them. Because you need your money. You need your money, and the only answer to people like us getting our money is what Gene and these wonderful people are proposing all over this great nation of ours, periodically. I mean, with great regularity, things happen that are terrible. And these people need some support. And if we all pitch in, we can support them and help them a lot. So please, let's continue to support Gene and the people that he needs to get involved with this.